How to make chicken parmesan. To bacon, slice, strips, bacon in, heat medium, and stir till crispy. Remove, chop, till it looks like this. 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 4 cloves of sliced garlic, 1 teaspoon red pepper flakes. Saute until fragrant. Enough crushed tomatoes. Season to taste with salt, small pinch of sugar. Add your bacon back and stir. Simmer for 5 minutes. Chicken breast. Just cut, open it up. Little book. Plastic wrap. Down and flatten it. 1/4 inch thick. All-purpose flour, 2 eggs, whiskey business. Your flour with salt. Mix together, into the flour. Both sides, then into your egg. Both sides again. And go breadcrumbs. It looks like this. Bottom pan. Oil, about 1/2 inch. Heat medium high. And your chicken. 2 to 3 minutes. Flip. 2 to 3 more minutes. Drain. Season to taste with salt. 2 cups mozzarella. 1 cup Parmigiano Reggiano. Mix. Chicken. Sauce. Don't be shy. Cheese. Under the broiler. Oh yeah. Alright, and then. Ooh, sheesh. Cooking skills with fish. Side of fish. Cut that into portions. Add descaled skin on. With salt. Both sides. Now here is the secret. Let that sit in the salt for 5 to 8 minutes. Steel pan. 2 tablespoons of oil. Heat medium high. Pat off all the moisture. Once that's ripping hot, add any additional seasoning. You know, garlic powder, whatever the hell you use. Skin side down and press. Naturally wants to curl, you have to press it against the pan. Give it a little bit of spice. Sear 2 to 3 minutes. Now you see how that cook is coming up about halfway there? It's time to flip. So flip. Sear for another 1 to 2 minutes. Wispy skin. A chive butter. Just a touch more. Flaky salt. Black pepper. And just a touch of lemon. Perfection. Knife skills with the chili. Obviously you need a chili. There's the wiener. Cut that off. Gonna cut down a little, right? Not all the way. And then run around. Cut out the seeds. Tap it, tap it, tap it. Slice that into... You want them just like that. Wingardium Levy, chop that bitch up. Then just cut across, nice and evenly. That's just lovely, bro. Like, absolutely proper. So we're taste testing cloud bread. I already regret this. Get a bowl, 3 egg whites, hand blender, blend, 30 grams of sugar, a teaspoon of cornstarch. Keep on blending. Fuck it. Oh my god, yeah. Onto a baking sheet. Oven at 325 for about 25 minutes. What the hell is that supposed to be? Looks weird. All right. Let's get into it. Ugh, it's like wet. Let's talk about one of the greatest sandwiches of all time. Saucepan. 2 tablespoons of butter in. Heat medium. Once that's melted and bubble. Whisk in 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Then whisk in 1 cup of milk. Yeah, make sure to make a fucking mess. Keep on whisking until it thickens. Whisk in a 1/4 cup of grated Gruyere cheese, some salt, black pepper, grated nutmeg. Get some bread. Spread on Dijon mustard, Emmental cheese, some nice ham. More cheese, top, pan, butter, medium heat, hot, toast. 2 to 3 minutes. Flip, toast the other side. Sandwich, your Mornay sauce, a bit of Gruyere cheese, under the broiler. Get a sandwich, top with a fried egg, a little bit of flaky salt. Wow, my God. Y'all, I'm crying. Make ultra thicky sticky buns. 1.5 tablespoons of milk. Stove. Medium heat. Stir till thicken. 3 cups of all-purpose flour. 3/4 teaspoon of sea salt. 3 tablespoons of sugar. Bake that shit up. 1/2 cup of milk. 2 tablespoons of water. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. 2.5 teaspoons of instant yeast. Sit for a couple minutes. Add your flour mix. 2 whole eggs. Thicken mixture. Let that mix nice and smooth. Add 3.5 tablespoons of softened butter. Till incorporated. Bowl. Dough. Plastic wrap. Rise in warm area. 1/2 cup of brown sugar. 1 tablespoon of cinnamon. Whiskey business. Punch it down. Flour your dough, roll that out, 1/4 cup of butter, bread, use all your cinnamon sugar, roll into a tight cylinder, cut into 9 even pieces, bowl, 1/2 cup softened butter, 1/2 cup brown sugar, blend, 2 tablespoons of honey, 2 tablespoons of corn syrup. So it looks like that. 8x8 pan, cream sugar, spread it out, 1.5 cups of pecans, rough chopped, like this. Nuts, in your pan, plastic wrap, proof 40 minutes, into the oven, 375, 25 to 30 minutes. Immediately invert. Oh, brother. Sticky, but mostly thicky. Boss mix is over. It's time to upgrade your mac and cheese. Fill a pot with water, touch of olive oil, bring to a boil, season generously with salt. Add your pasta. Obviously boil that, slightly under al dente. Drain, another pot, 1/3 cup of butter in. Medium heat, once melted, 1/3 cup all-purpose flour. Whisk and cook about a minute. 3 cups of warm milk slowly. 1 cup heavy cream, till it begins to thicken. 3 cups grated cheddar. 3 cups grated Gruyere. Toss together. Turn off the heat. 4 cups of your cheese mixture. Whisk together. Gonna taste with salt, nutmeg. Should look like this. Add in your pasta. Mix. A wop moment. Casserole dish. Add half your mac and cheese. Remaining 2 cups of cheese. The other half of your mac. 3/4 cup panko breadcrumbs. 1 cup parmesan. 1 tablespoon za'atar. 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Seasoned breadcrumbs. Into the oven. 350. 25 to 30 minutes. Oh. Woo! Sheesh! How to turn this into this. 2 pounds of strawberries. Cut off their tops. Cut into pieces. 3 cups of granulated sugar. Mix. Probably could use a bigger bowl. Now start to crush. Let that sit for 15 minutes. So it looks like this. Pour into a pot. Zest of 1 lemon. 1/4 cup of lemon juice. Mash together. Onto the stove. Medium heat. Bring to a boil. Reduce the heat. Light boil. Stirring occasionally. 15 to 20 minutes. Till reduced and thickened. Test for thickness. Into the fridge for a minute. That's done. Pour into a bowl. Ice water. Cool it down. Pour into a jar. Lovely. Refrigerate. Woo! Whew. Oh my. Spread. Yes. You go to a restaurant for soft serve? Huh. All you need is an ice cream maker. Pot. 2 cups of milk. 1 cup of sugar. Heat medium. Small pinch of salt. Scrape out the seeds. And your milk. Why not? Whisk and heat till hot and steam. Do not boil or I'll get very angry. 3 egg yolks. Some of the hot in there. Whisk together. Once that's hot, add to the mixture. Heat and stir low heat till thickened. Strain. Cool in an ice bath. 2 cups of heavy cream. Once that's cool, go ahead and churn your ice cream. Oh yes, sir. Put it in a piping bag with a star tip attached. Bah, bah. Now all you gotta do is simply pipe it up. Sheesh. Don't bite it. Okay, lip it. That's a 10. People keep asking me to make this. Ew. I can do that. Baking sheet parchment. Half pound of hazelnut. Oven. 350. 10 to 15 minutes. Till roasting, their skin start to peel off like that. Let them cool completely. Put your nuts in a towel. Wrap it up. Shake them around. To remove skins. So food processor. Nuts. Process. Till it starts to liquefy. 1 cup powdered sugar, 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder, pinch of salt, and again, 2 tablespoons of oil, 2 ounces of milk chocolate. Finely chopped in, last time, till smooth. Put that into a vessel. Woo-wee! What is this?
Is that Nutella?
You're goddamn right it is.
Oh yeah, peanut butter's great, but it's a whole lot better if it's a cookie.
Pull. 2 1/4 cup all-purpose flour.
Whiskey business. Why do people like that?
1 cup of brown sugar. 1/2 cup granulated sugar.
Whisk in 1 cup melted butter.
2 eggs. Whisk. 1 cup of peanut butter. 2 teaspoons vanilla extract.
Whisk again. A lot of whisking. Whisk in your flour mix. Come on now.
Take about a 1/3 cup of dough.
Shape into a ball. Toss your balls in sugar. Here's my sugared balls. Onto a baking sheet. Flattened lightly. Into the fridge 20 minutes.
Into the oven
For 10 to 12 minutes.
Out of the oven.
Let them cool.
Sheesh.
Cheers. You go to a shop that makes their own ice cream cones, so why can't we?
Pull. 2/3 cup of flour.
1/2 cup of sugar.
1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Whisk that bit up.
Separate bowl.
2 egg whites. Whisk.
Till frothy. Nobody likes that word.
1/4 cup of heavy cream. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. 1/4 cup of melted butter. Mix in your flour mix till it looks like that.
Waffle cone maker.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Spray with oil.
Add a 1/4 cup of your batter in the center. Close. Remove it. You get one of these. Roll it using a towel. Roll it.
Now that looks like a proper waffle cone.
Okay, yes, focaccia time. You're using grams.
8 grams instant yeast.
780 grams of lukewarm water.
Same mixer bowl. 900 grams all-purpose flour. 100 grams of whole wheat flour.
Mix.
Oh, he didn't say whiskey business, huh?
Here you go. On your stand mixer. Spiral thingy.
Mix 10 minutes. 20 grams of fine sea salt.
Mix 10 more minutes.
20 grams of olive oil.
5 more minutes. Oh, this is scary.
5-quart container.
Olive oil. Dump your dough out. Pick it up. Slap full. And repeat that till nice and smooth.
Like this.
Transfer your container.
Into the fridge. 2 to 3 days.
Nice and boobly.
Ooh, look at that. Baking sheet.
Olive oil. Dump out your dough.
To fit like that.
Top with another baking sheet. Wrap in plastic wrap. Let that sit at room temp
For 2 hours.
Take your top off. Olive oil on. A little bit of za'atar.
Flaky salt.
Give it some light dimpling.
Into the oven. Maximum power. 25 minutes.
Alright.
There's a hole in this.
Hit that with a little more olive oil.
Let that cool.
Crunchy. And it's got the creepy bottom. Hello. Donut holes in 10 minutes. Bowl, 2 cups all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Whiskey business. Separate bowl, 3/4 cup of milk. Whisk in 1/4 cup of butter. Mix the wet into the dry. Then knead to get a dough that looks like this. Cast iron skillet. And just peel her up. About 1 inch of oil. Heat medium. Take a portion of dough and shape into balls. Save a horse, ride a camel. Repeat with all your dough. 350 Fahrenheit. Add in your balls. Let those fry till golden brown. Flip them all. Fry till golden brown. Again, 2 to 3 minutes per side. Take them out. Toss in cinnamon sugar. Glistening in all of its glory. Oh, it's still hot. Beautifully fluffy, though. All right, listen up. We're gonna make a quick and easy recipe brought to you by the Quicker Picker Upper. 5-ingredient chicken nuggets. 1 pound chicken thighs. Cut into bite-sized pieces. Into a bowl. Cover with buttermilk. Cover. Fridge. Marinate for 1 to 24 hours. Bowl. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. 4 tablespoons of your favorite seasoning. Whiskey business. Heavy pot. Fill that halfway up with oil. Medium heat. Around 350 Fahrenheit. Chicken into the flour. Toss that till coated nicely. Fry all that in batches for 6 to 8 minutes till they look like that. Drain on the Quicker Picker Upper. I got to say it. Repeat with the rest. So crispy. Sheesh. Listen to this. Delicioso. Now let's see what you can make with 5 ingredients or less. Time for exotic ingredients you probably have never seen. Now these right here are finger limes. Well, cause duh, they look like a gosh darn finger. Yeah, a fat one though. So what, right? Yeah, well, when you cut them, you open them and squeeze. And they all do that. Kind of like a tart caviar. A little taste. Kaffir lime leaf, lemongrass.
That's good.
Thank you. And you can get them from Regalis. Until next time. This is one of the most expensive steaks on the planet. A5 Wagyu. $200 to $400 per steak. Slice that 1 inch by 1 inch pieces. Season with salt. On all sides. Heat medium high. No oil. Add in your meat. Let that sear for about a minute. Flip. 30 seconds. All sides. Take it out. Shish. Slice at a diagonal. The finest beef in the world. I wish for everyone to experience this.
Oh.
Not a paid sponsorship, but I did get it from Regalis. So now I'm getting asked to make these. Oh. We've done this before and I'll do it again. Gonna need cheddar cheese powder. Yeah, you can get them online. Bowl. 1 cup cheddar cheese powder. 1/2 cup white cheddar powder. 1 tablespoon of paprika. 1 tablespoon of onion powder. 1/2 tablespoon of salt. 1 teaspoon of MSG. Yes. Whiskey business. Corn tortillas. Cut into quarters. 5-quart pot. Fry oil. 1.5 inches. Medium heat. Place onto a baking pan. Into the oven to dry. 275. 5 minutes. Flip them all. Take them out. 325 to 350 Fahrenheit. Now fry those in batches. 2 to 3 minutes. Transfer to a wire rack. Dust with your seasoning. So we've got some dusty boys. I'll tell you right now, we might have did something. So you've made it to exotic ingredient TikTok, caviar. Let's open up this Regalis Grandeur, etc. Use a spoon. Ain't wrong. Never use a metal spoon with caviar. Some glass or pearl spoon should do just fine. Here's how to use it. Get yourself a potato chip, creme fraiche, a little bit of chive, a nice dollop of caviar. Sheesh. So good. First try as a baby.
Ooh, it's good.
Put it on some fancy toast. Yeah, damn. Or put on some potatoes. Don't be shy. The point is that you can add it to anything. Make the Travi Patty? Fine, let's end this. You need buns, but not these. Obviously, I make my own buns. Green glizzy. Slice it up. Iceberg lettuce. Sweet onion. Bacon. Nice and quickly. And 1/4 pound ground beef in a bowl. Ow. Cast iron skillet. Heat medium high. Meatball in. Press. Season with salt. Sear for 2 to 3 minutes. Flip. Fuck it, throw a little butter in there. Some sage. Base. And then buns. Light toast. First cheese. Burger patty. Bacon. Lettuce. Pickles. Sweet onion. Ketchup. And mustard. Top that bad boy off. I'm hoping Travis Scott would be happy with this one. Cheers, bruv. Travis, I'm sorry to do this to you. I've got another way to make pancakes. 2 eggs, crack into a bowl, separate yolks into another bowl. Right, so with these, a tablespoon of milk, whiskey business, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 cup of cake flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Sift into your yolks, whiskey business, egg whites. Blend, till frothy, and 2.5 tablespoons of sugar gradually. Keep on playing that up till stiff peaks. Add this to this. Whites in and fold. Add the rest and fold together into a piping bag, non-stick pan, spray oil, heat medium low. Make 2 evenly sized pancakes with half your mixture. Teaspoon of water, lid. Steam for 5 minutes. Add the other half of your mixture. 3 more minutes. Flip, flip. 3 more minutes. Onto a plate. Whipped cream, some butter, powdered sugar, and of course, sheesh. That's a souffle pancake.
Ooh, what is this? Better than IHOP.
Oh my fucking god. Tortillas from scratch. Medium bowl. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. 1 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Whiskey business. 3/4 of a cup of warm water. 1/4 cup of oil. Mix till shaggy dough. Dump out. Knead till nice and smooth. Cover with plastic wrap. Rest for 30 minutes. Flour work surface. Divide into 12 even pieces. Roll. Oh, hell no. Get a bowl. Dust with flour. Flatten. Now roll. Round and thin. Like real thin. Cast iron skillet. Heat medium. No oil till ripping hot. Add your tortilla into your pan. Let that cook and bubble up. 45 seconds. Flip. Woo. Repeat on the other side. Transfer to a plate. Sheesh. Repeat with the rest. Now this is how you make tortillas. Nice and chewy. Knife skills with a pomegranate. The rectum. Cut that off. Notice these white veins. And cut along that vein. Like that. And repeat with each vein. Barehanded. My hands look huge. Open that up. Nicely. Just like this. And just pop out the seeds. Absolutely lovely. Today we're gonna make some fat ass cookies. Bowl. 2 cups of all-purpose flour. 1.5 cups cake flour. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Whiskey business. Stand mixer bowl. 1.5 cups of brown sugar. 1/2 cup of white sugar. Whisk together. 1.5 cups of melted butter. Once it's mixed, 3 egg yolks. And 2 whole eggs. 2 teaspoons vanilla. Paddle attachment on. Add in your flour mix. 1 pound of chocolate. Chop it up till it looks like this. Add in your chocolate. 2 cups of walnut. Rough chop. And your walnuts. And mix. Transfer to a bowl, cover with plastic wrap. Refrigerate 1 hour or overnight. Large ice cream scoop. Scoop, each should weigh around 6 ounces. 4 balls per sheet into the oven, 425, 14 to 15 minutes. Take them out, cool on a wire rack. Shorty got the fatty. Right, peanut butter. Why don't we just make this? 2 cups of peanuts. If they're raw, onto a baking sheet, into the oven, 350 Fahrenheit. Till they go from this to this. 15 minutes. Into a food processor and blend. Scrape down the sides. Don't you goddamn stop that shit. I swear to God, I'll come on. And it looks like this. Pour into a jar. Now that looks like peanut butter if I ever seen it. The ultimate test. And peanut butter. Oh yeah. Homemade butter in 8 minutes with 1 ingredient. Food processor. 3 cups of heavy cream. Lid on. High speed on. Let that blend until it starts to look like this. Take 4 to 5 minutes. The liquid is now buttermilk. Drain out all the liquid. Save that to make biscuits later. Processor back on. 3 tablespoons of ice water. Now we're getting real close. Strain that. You don't want any liquid left in this. Squeeze it out. Feel free to add salt. Plastic wrap. Butter. Roll it. Place in the fridge. So completely cool. Now look at our little man. Just like that, you've made your very own butter. Now it looks like butter. Melts like butter. Spreads like butter. Oh my. It's butter. Make your own mayo in 5 minutes. Bowl. 2 egg yolks. 2 teaspoons Dijon mustard. Juice of half a lemon. Salt to taste. This is 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. Start whisking it together. Going to slowly stream in a couple drops. Continuously whisking. Then turn into a light drizzle. This is science, and science tells you not to stop. Whisking, we're drizzling till all of your oil is added. Now you have a beautiful mayo. Store in the fridge to keep it good. And look, we all know what to do with mayo, okay? Knife skills with the chicken. Ugh. You gotta address the bird. Sharp knife. See this layer of skin? That separates the leg and the breast. Cut in between. Both sides. That opens up the legs. Flip it over. This little bulge is the oyster. Cut up and then carve around that oyster. Boom, there it is. Then just follow through. You dig. Repeat. The other side. Back over. This line is where the breasts separate. Cut in between. Work underneath and remove the breast. Repeat, both sides. Now just remove the wings. Carcass for stock, thigh, drumstick. Separate, repeat. Got the boobies, drumsticks, thighs, wings. At this point, do what you need to do, brother. Roast it, grill it, fry it. It's up to you. You know, they said we couldn't cook yakitori at home, but they're wrong. Now this is a Japanese Conro grill. You're gonna need some Japanese pinchatone. Fill it up, leaving some space. Heat up. Once that charcoal's nice and hot, once that starts to glow, you're ready to grill. We got some Spanish prawns, marinate beef or pork, cut up chicken thigh, skewers, skewer your chicken with green onion, just like that. Toss on my prawns, grill, flip, and brush with garlic butter. Grill your meats, flip, glaze with soy and mirin. Sheesh! Now would you look at all of that? Now because it's No Nut November, nut milk. Container, 1 cup of nuts. Cover with water. Lid in the fridge overnight. Woo! Strain your nuts. Keep your mind out of the gutter, you nasty. Nuts to a blender. 3 cups of fresh water. Strainer. Cheesecloth. Blend. Once it looks like that, strain. Just let that drain completely. Squeeze every last drop. Pinch of sugar, little pinch of salt. So it tastes a little more like the real thing. Cashew milk, pistachio, and of course almond milk. And just like that, they're done. No Nut November, we win. Nutella stuffed churro French toast. How about that? You're gonna need bread. Slice into 1.5 inch thicky slices. Take a slice of bread, and in the bottom, insert your knife. Cut down, gently fiddle your knife around. It's gonna make me act up. And just fill with Nutella. 3 full eggs, 2 egg yolks, half teaspoon of cinnamon, 1.5 tablespoons of brown sugar, half teaspoon of salt, whiskey business. Mix in 1/2 cup of cream, and 3/4 cup of milk. 12-inch pan. Heat medium. Little bit of fucking butter. Once it's hot and boobling, dip into the custard. Both sides. Add to your pan, both of them, let those cook 2 to 3 minutes, and flip. Once both sides are like that, 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Whiskey business. Immediately, toss in cinnamon and sugar. All sides. Look a little something like this. French toast, another one. A bit of whipped cream, a nice helping. Woo, sheesh. Nice skills with a giant pomelo. This is a fat bitch. Here's the asshole. Cut that off. Woo, look at that. Cut off the bottom. Just cut the skin all the way around. Done and peeled the whole darn thing, brother. Guess we'll just, Sick and tired of it. Everyone's saying, oh my god, I love a frappuccino. We're gonna make one with actual coffee. Hot. 1 cup of sugar. 1/4 cup of water. Mix together. Onto the stove. Heat medium high. Once melted, let that boil. Once it turns a nice amber color, whisk in 1/2 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Whoa, brother. Pour into a heat-proof container. Let that cool completely. So it looks like this. Blender. 2 cups of ice. 1/2 cup of cold brew. 3/4 cup of milk. 3 to 4 tablespoons of caramel. Blend. While blending, 1/2 teaspoon of Zandango. Caramel. You a frappuccino. Nice little whirl. And of course, some of that. Oh, I think we might have did something right here. Straw.
Oh my gosh, that's delicious. Thank you.
Who needs Starbucks rank job?
Greatest mashed potatoes in 15 minutes. 2.5 pounds of potatoes. Peel all your tigers. Slice into chunks. Pour into a pot. Cover with water. Season with salt. Heat medium high. Saucepan. 1/2 cup of butter in. 1/2 cup of milk. We don't say it like that though. Stove. Medium heat. Until that is melted and hot. Once they're soft, drain. Back into the pot. You're gonna need a masher. Mash as fine as you can. Add your potatoes. Mix. 1/3 cup of creme fraiche. Ew. Mix again. 1/2 cup of Parmigiano. Salt and pepper to taste. Mix together. Tighter. Smooth it out. Garlic butter. Flaky salt, chives, and black pepper. All mashed potatoes should look like this. Ooh, I need to show somebody.
That's really good.
Goddamn right. Oh, store-bought? We make it ourselves. Baking sheet lined with foil. 3 pounds chicken bones and wings. Into the oven 450 for 30 minutes till nice and golden brown. 1 yellow onion. Slice in half, peel, and rough chop. 2 celery sticks, sliced. 2 sliced carrots. This is what the French call a mirepoix. Big pot. Add in your chicken, your onion, carrot, and celery. Add in enough water just to cover. Onto the stove. Heat medium high. Once it comes to a boil, reduce to a light simmer. Skim any scum that rises to the top. Simmer that for 3 hours. Good goddamn strainer. Straight out the solids. Try not to splash your face with hot stock. Need one of these. Then you have a beautifully roasty chicken stock. Last time we made Nutella, let's talk about this. Oh, I didn't think that would happen. Yeah, we can do that. Small saucepan, 6 ounce tomato paste, half cup of light corn syrup. That's a good put. Quarter cup white vinegar, quarter cup of Chardonnay vinegar, quarter cup of water, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt. Whisk together onto the stove. Heat medium. Once that comes to a nice simmer, turn the heat to low. Reduce for 15 minutes. Strain through a mesh strainer. Let that cool completely. All right, looking good. I think we did it. Need a second opinion. Oh, look, you're matching. How close do you think we got to Heinz?
I thought it was better than Heinz.
Exactly. How do I put this? If hot chocolate had a fat F, then it would be Italian hot chocolate. Saucepan. 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder. 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Pinch of salt. Whisk that together. 1.5 cups of milk. Whole milk, please. What are we, on a diet?
Actually, I am on a diet. I probably shouldn't be eating this.
Onto the stove. Medium low. Just gonna heat and stir until hot and dissolved. Small bowl. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Spoon some of the hot liquid in. Whisk together. Add back to the pan. 3 ounces. Finely chopped chocolate. Keep whisking and heating until thickened. 1 to 2 minutes. Hot chocolate in. Whipped cream. Light. Dusty. Now that looks like a cup of hot cocoa. Oh, hey, you like burgers? Good. 15 minutes. Bowl. 1 cup of mayo. 1/3 cup of ketchup. Half a diced sweet onion. 1 diced dill pickle. And 2 tablespoons of Dijon. Season to taste with salt and black pepper. Whisk together. Easy burger sauce. For buns, you can do sesame or brioche. Slice in half. Spread on softened butter. Go to the damn edges. Both slices. Pan. Medium heat. Buns in. Toast your little men. Roasty and toasty. Obviously you need ground beef. Roll. 6 ounce balls. To medium high. Your beef. Spatula. Press. Hit that with some salt. Pepper. Sear for 2 to 3 minutes. Flip. Add on some cheese. Give it a little melt. Some of that sauce. Always salt your tomato slices. Tomatoes. Shredded lettuce. Burger patty. More sauce. Crown your king. Yeah, that's messy in the best way. Oh. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get my little cold brew. You can just make it with one of these. Don't. ISI container. Cold brew coffee. Give it a nice shake. Let it sit for 5 minutes. And observe. I think it's working. That's a nitro cold brew if I've ever seen one. Oh man. Sugar cookies with box mix? No! 3 cups of all-purpose flour. We have a helper today. Tell them what it is.
Salt.
1 teaspoon of salt. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder.
Wow, you're doing so good.
1.5 cups of butter softened. Mix. 1.5 cups of sugar. Beat together till light and fluffy. 2 eggs. 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. Add half your flour mix. Mix. Once it looks like that, add the rest of your flour and incorporate. Once you've got your cookie dough, scoop your dough and roll into 1-inch balls. Granulated sugar, ball, and toss. Onto a baking sheet. Repeat using the bottom of a cup. Press your cookies down. Once they're all pressed, into the oven, 375 Fahrenheit. 10 minutes. On a cooling rack. Let those cool, but also eat one if you want. Optionally, you can decorate. Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken. How about Korean fried chicken? 2 pounds of chicken wings, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of grated ginger, fresh cracked black pepper. Toss together. Sauce important. 1/4 cup of gochujang, 3 tablespoons of ketchup, 2 tablespoons of mirin, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Mix together onto the stove, medium high. Lightly simmer that for 2 minutes. Into a bowl, 4 cloves, grated garlic. Mix together 1.5 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Now that's a sauce. Bowl, cornstarch, wings, toss till they look like that. Pot of oil, medium heat, 350 Fahrenheit. Drop in and fry in batches. 3 minutes. Transfer to a wire rack. Now I know they look a little light, but we're not done yet. Increase temperature to 375 and fry again until golden brown. Transfer to a bowl, sauce it, and toss it. In a bowl, some sesame seeds. Now this right here. Oh,
Give me some.
no. Ah! Who doesn't love nachos? Well, in Texas we eat. Oh shit. Queso. Pot. 2 tablespoons of butter in. Heat medium. Once it's melted and bubbling. 1 diced onion. 4 serranos. Now, optionally, you can seed them, but that's up to you. Dice in, salt, pepper to taste. Now let that cook, stirring occasionally.
Just until cooked through. 3 cloves of minced garlic.
Cook for 30 seconds. Sprinkle in 2 tablespoons of flour.
Cook and stir.
30 more seconds. Whisk in 1 cup of milk.
Keep whisking and heating till it starts to thicken.
5 cups of grated
Cheddar cheese. Once that's all melted.
and half a cup of sour cream. Whole diced avocado, queso, pickled red onion, sliced chilies, cilantro, drizzle of hot sauce.
And give it a little dip.
I'm gonna show you one of the greatest condiments ever. Chili oil.
Sauce pot.
1 quart of vegetable oil.
5-star anise. 4 black cardamom. Half cup Sichuan peppercorns.
2 tablespoons of coriander seeds. 1 cinnamon stick. 2 bay leaves.
2 shallots. Cut in half.
Peeled. 4 cloves of garlic. Peeled. Lightly crushed.
In on the stove. Heat medium low. Maintain at 225 for about 1 hour.
1 cup of Sichuan chili flakes. 2 teaspoons of salt. Whisk. 1 tablespoon of black vinegar.
And place to the side.
Turn the heat up.
Once it reaches 300, straight into your chili flakes. Oh, brother. Add 1 tablespoon of sesame oil.
And stir.
This is very hot, so let it cool completely. Pour into a jar and store in the fridge.
Use it on some nice dumplings. Don't be shy.
Ooh, buddy, let me tell you something.
That is a spicy meatball. You've probably never seen this before. Fancy food time. This is a whole Alaskan king crab. The whole thing. Look at the freaking head on this, dude. Unfortunately, he needs to go to sleep. You gotta remove the cluster.
Big old pot. Meyer lemon, couple bay leaves.
Obviously some salt.
Bring it to a nice boil. In they go. Let that cook.
For about 12 minutes. So, they're all
Nice and cooked.
This next part is simple. Break and carefully pull. Yeah, this guy's a little different. So you break at the top. Make a small cut. Open up the top and then carefully. Ooh. I know you like it.
Repeat with the rest.
Serve with butter, put it in a pasta, the list goes on and on.
Side note, with the shells you can make butter or even stock.
Shout out to Regal's Foods for the crab. Frozen garlic bread, how about 15-minute garlic bread?
Medium bowl. 1 cup of salted butter, softened.
A 1/4 cup fresh chopped parsley.
4 cloves of garlic.
Crush them all. Mince.
In.
Half cup of Parmesan. Mix together till it looks like this. Ciabatta. Cut it in half, lengthwise. Take half your butter and just spread it all over.
Don't they just look beautiful?
Baking sheet, garlic bread on.
Into the oven, 400.
For about 10 minutes.
Take it out. Oh my lord.
Oh, le petit croissant. Oh, my lord. I'm about to bust. A little bit of flaky salt, black pepper.
She's just right. And juicy.
This is the greatest burger sauce of all time.
Pot on. 2 tablespoons of butter. Heat medium low.
Sweet onion, the top off, dice that up.
Butter's melted and bubbling. Onion. Season with salt. Reduce heat to low.
Cook stirring occasionally.
Until your onions are caramelized.
About 45 minutes. It takes time. Well, just get yourself a goddamn bowl, brother. 3/4 of a cup of mayo.
Half cup of ketchup. 2 tablespoons of Dijon. 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce.
Whiskey business.
3 dill pickle spears.
Nice and diced. In. Half a bunch. Thinly sliced. Chives in. And your caramelized onions. Whiskey business again.
And this is how you make your burger nut.
Observe. Tomato. Burger. I thought I had all my toppings. This is all we got. But that's okay. Because we have our sauce. Isn't she lovely? These are the most addicting pickles of your life in 5 minutes. 2 cucumber. Cut off both ends. Slice.
Into coins.
Obviously, if you want to do spears, I'm not stopping you. Place into
A 1-gallon mason jar. Saucepan.
2 cups of white vinegar. 1 cup of water.
1 tablespoon of salt. 1 tablespoon of sugar.
Now for the secret ingredient. 2 teaspoons of MSG.
Onto the stove. Heat medium high. 3 cloves of garlic.
Crushed and rough chopped.
As soon as that comes to a boil,
Pour over your cucumbers just until covered.
add your garlic
And your dill. Let that sit till room temp. As soon as they're cool, slap on a label. Lid.
and keep in the fridge.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Will you try this pickle?
Look good.
That's it?
It was really yummy. Can I have some more?
Yes.